Hello and welcome back to CruiseAway. Now this is the show that takes you on holiday around the world with incredible cruise and stay adventures from the team here at CruiseAway. Now we've been sending Aussies away on great value worldwide trips now for over 25 years, and that gives us some buying power to make you even better offers. Now in this show we're heading for the shores of Japan. Now these islands hold so much appeal to travellers worldwide, and they offer so many fascinating contrasts for the holiday that really delivers memories. Now we have 3 Dream Away packages lined up for you in this show, and they all include hotel city breaks in Tokyo. So there's plenty of time to explore the capital, and the cruises are all with Princess on the Diamond Princess, one of her most popular in the fleet. Let's start by celebrating some of the summer festivals in Japan on our first offer for the 12th of August next year. Now we'll fly first by checking into the VIP lounge at Sydney Airport to enjoy the hospitality there before we fly to Tokyo for 3 nights hotel stay in the city. Now there are lots of firework festivals happening at this time of the year in Tokyo Bay, and with 3 nights here you'll also have the chance to get to Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea Parks too, because you definitely want to, because you know, actually it's great because this is relatively around the corner, isn't it, rather than flying all the way over to America. And I think it would really be lovely to see the contrast actually between the American Disney parks, the ones in Japan as well. I think that would be very, very interesting. A fascinating 3 nights in Tokyo there, and then it is time for us to cruise, and we're cruising with Princess on the Diamond Princess, probably the best known ship in fairness out of their entire fleet. Very, very well supported. You'll find actually you'll be meeting people from all over the world on a cruise like this who have cruised with Princess again and again and again. People that cruise with Princess stay very, very loyal to them, and I can see why, because through the many ships that they have in their fleet, there are signatures, things like Sabatini's Italian that we're seeing there. Sterling Steakhouse, for instance, that are signatures that you will find on all of the Princess ships. So if you like one, you'll love them all. I mean, that's kind of how it goes here. And in terms of dining, of course, we're all very different when it comes to dining. You might have had a very, very busy day out on an excursion on a cruise, and you think, actually, I just want something light. I really don't know what I fancy, but I don't really fancy sitting down for the whole 3 or 4 course, you know, dinner. You don't need to do that at all. Plenty of healthy options as well. This is something else which we must get out of our minds as well. If you've got an old-fashioned picture of a cruise holiday all being about massive amounts of calories and overeating, it really isn't, because of course these days lots of people choose plant-based diets, are vegetarian, like light, you know, and healthy options. They are all there for you, I absolutely promise you. But I think at the same time, I think you've got to do a bit of indulging. I mean, remember, you are on holiday, so it is there to enjoy. Enjoying the evenings as well, so much for you to enjoy, whether that be karaoke, whether that be live shows, live music, comedy, entertainment of so many various sorts. Including, you know, entertainment that you're being part of too. It's not just watching, it's being part of it, and then being in Skywalker's last thing at night for a little bit of a nightcap and a boogie, or maybe just a quiet cocktail, just you and the other half. Have a romantic evening. If you do date night, you can do that on a ship as well with room service. Amazing. Let's see where we're cruising out of Tokyo to then. Into Shimizu first, which is the main port for Mount Fuji. You've got to take an excursion to Mount Fuji, the surrounding lakes and the mountains too. They're absolutely fascinating. Next, we are into Kumano. Now, this is where the big fireworks festival is happening on the Shichiri Mihama Beach. And there's a special late departure of the ship here as well, so you can go and enjoy. It's like 2 hours worth of fireworks in the evening to enjoy. Next, we head into Wakayama. Now, you can see the Nachi Falls here, which is one of the highest in Japan. Or maybe head over to Tomagabashima Island, where you can enjoy the historic ruins there and the incredible views. So much to see in this part of Japan. Kochi is next in Japan, full of history and culture and lots to see here. The botanical gardens, there's the Nishijima flower garden and memorial gardens also, which are very, very famous here. A day at sea, we're in South Korea, into Busan, where the famous Gagauchi fish market is, and the local Gamcheon cultural village, which is lovely. It's called the Machu Picchu of South Korea. It's very nice indeed. Nagasaki, back in Japan. The waterfront here is beautiful, steeped in history and sights. There's the Clover Garden with great views of the harbour right from the very top of the hill. So if you do get the chance to do that, wonderful parks to enjoy here and a lovely time of year to enjoy them too. Next, we go into Yokohama, which is the port for Tokyo. So we have an extra day to explore Tokyo there, see the sights, or maybe take an excursion here, which sort of takes in a number of different attractions all in one day. Then we cruise on to Toba. This has one of Japan's largest aquariums here, which is very famous. Also has a Spain village, a bit of Spain in Japan. You'll find a real melting pot of cultures appear in Japan all over the place. It's beautiful. Next we head to Osaka. Now there's lots to see here. There's Dotonbori with the colourful restaurant fronts, lots to do here, endless colourful streets, and head to the shrines as well. The central shrine is fantastic. Kochi again here, another trip here, a chance maybe to visit the ancient and famous castle, which dates back to the 1600s, which is certainly on a lot of people's list when they're visiting here. Then we go into Hiroshima. Now, other than the incredible Peace Park, there's the serene Shukai-on Garden, which was built in 1620 to explore, and there are lots of temples here. And of course, the leaves are just changing colour at this time of the year on the wonderful maple trees too. We head through the Kanman Straits into Nagasaki for another visit here. To wander off the tourist trail, you could go to the Chinatown, which is fascinating. It's the oldest Chinatown in Japan, goes as far back as the 15th century. A day at sea and a second call into Shimizu, which is the Mount Fuji port. Now, there are lots of lakes, and you can take lake cruises on the lakes that surround Mount Fuji itself. It's going to be amazing for you. I love the fact that actually you double port in some of these places, because you know, it's a once in a lifetime kind of trip. It's not something you do every year or every few years. It might be something you do only once in a whole lifetime. So to immerse yourself into these big cities and the places, and to really drink in and to really explore. And remember, you don't necessarily need to have done any homework on the ports. There's lots of shore excursion opportunities that you can book up with the cruise line, which are great. They get you the admission sorted, they get you, the right amount of time to see things, plenty of time for sightseeing, and they get you back to the ship in time for sailing away to the next port. So always worth doing. It's a nice safe bet if you're somewhere unfamiliar. So wonderful getaway for August of next year, which actually doesn't feel that far away at all. You can book this with a deposit starting from just $900 each today to lock in our price. And that will include your VIP lounge access at Sydney Airport before you fly out to Tokyo, 3 nights in a hotel there, and then your 20-night cruise on the Diamond Princess, cruising Japan at a time where summer festivals are taking place here, there and everywhere. You're stopping in Kumano for the fireworks festival there, but there are lots of other lantern festivals, firework festivals and other summer festivals, food festivals, all kinds going on. It's a really good time of year to be going. Now, the cruise also includes your drinks package, Wi-Fi, extra dining, room service and more, because Princess Plus is part of the offer here. And of course, at the end of the cruise, we include a transfer from the port in Yokohama to the airport in Tokyo for your flight back to Sydney. Now, after all of that, let's have a little look at our price tag. I tell you what, people spend a lot more going to just 1 or 2 places in Japan for this kind of budget. That's amazing. You are seeing so much of Japan and South Korea on this cruise. You're double porting into the port for Mount Fuji on this as well, which is a big plus point. Your cruise is all inclusive, so you've got extra dining, you've got drinks, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got so much more included here, and a deposit starting from less than $1,000 each right now can lock in this price tag. All you need to do is call our team on 1300 408 765 to make it happen right now. Now, if you want to upgrade from an inside cabin up to an ocean view or up to the balcony where you open the doors and let the fresh air in, then there are your prices there. It's a stunning opportunity. It really is. And we're very, very lucky to have this available to us, to have just so much value packed into the trip as well. So if you want to know more, I would be quick on that one, to be honest with you, because remember, with a cruise that's close to home, we kind of feel like we've got the cruises to ourselves. When a cruise starts in Tokyo, then the whole world is heading in. And they're all heading in at this time of the year as well, because it is a very, very big time for festivals. So 1300 408 765, call now, get that booked, get that in the diary, and just enjoy it. That's the joy of a holiday, isn't it? Is booking a holiday is just as exciting as taking the holiday, really, isn't it? So now is a really, really good time to get your holiday booked. Call us, call us, call us. Do you know what? Later in the show, if I've got time, I'm going to remind you of how you can win a cruise for free thanks to CruiseAway. But first, we're going to take you away back to Japan for a Cherry Blossoms all-inclusive cruise. Now, this is for the 1st of April. Perfect, perfect time of the year to hopefully have those cherry blossoms raining down on you. 16-night trip, and we start by flying from Sydney again over to Tokyo, and we've got a 3-night hotel stay there. Tokyo is ultimately a fascinating city. I'm sure I've mentioned before to you on the shows that Richard, our cameraman, is always in Japan. 2 or 3 times a year we'll take a 3 or 4 week trip out to different parts of Japan, and is just in love with it. And I can see why. Tokyo is absolutely splendid. It's energetic, it's bustling, it's modern, it's bright, and yet it's got the nod to yesteryear as well, with all the, you know, the old city, the temples, so much to enjoy. And after your 3 nights in Tokyo, here's where we are, back on the Diamond Princess for 11 nights, and we are all inclusive again on this cruise. So we've got our drinks package included, which is going to be, you know, brilliant to enjoy. The more you have included, the less you have to think about day to day on your cruise. It means that you can truly, really enjoy it. Now, talking about little extras that you might want to treat yourself to, there is specialty dining restaurants on board that you might well want to treat yourself to. Maybe you're just treating yourself. Maybe there is no excuse or reason for it. Or maybe your birthday falls while you're on holiday, or you're celebrating an anniversary, or you're just wanting to treat yourself. You've got the chance to do that. But there's so much included dining as well. You've got buffet dining with massive choices at all. Buffet, I think these days, is such the wrong word for it, because casual dining is the best way to describe it, really, because there are so many different stations with so many different choices. I mean, when it comes to breakfast, for instance, you're not just looking at, you know, 4 or 5 items in front of you. There's your choice. It's those 4 or 5 cooked items or cereal, and that's it. There are masses of choices for breakfast. You know, there's an omelette station there and all sorts. And maybe breakfast runs into lunch. Not a problem whatsoever. You've got casual dining options for that. But treating yourself, go to the spa. Go to the spa one day and treat yourself to something you wouldn't do in your everyday life. Go and have a lovely massage. Go and be wrapped up in mud, or have one of these wonderful wrap treatments. Go and have a hot stone massage. Just really enjoy it, because you've got some nice sea days on this cruise. There are days where you can really just enjoy the ship itself. You can either sit up on top deck, enjoy the sunshine, disappear into a quiet lounge or the library with your book, sit by the pool, just while away the day. You've actually got Wi-Fi included, so you could actually catch up on, you know, your box sets or whatever you want to, you know, while you're doing that. It would be incredible. Let's see where we're cruising to. First day at sea, then we're into Nagasaki. This is a wonderful port to visit. There are lots of self-guided or escorted tours you can take here. Lots of people take the arranged tours down to the Peace Park, which most visitors want to see. Then we head across to Busan in South Korea. Now, this is your port city in Southeast Korea. It's famous for its beaches, mountains, temples. There's a sea life aquarium here and a really fascinating folk square with traditional games such as tug of war that you could get involved with. Sako Minato in Japan next. This is part of the Tottori prefecture. The whole of Japan is divided up into prefectures. sort of like counties, I guess. Fascinating array of sights and sounds here in Sako Minato. It's a wonderful area to tour. Then we're into Osaka, which is very, very nice indeed. This is south central Japan. Enjoy the bay views here from the port we go into, Maizuru, from the Goru Sky Tower, which is wonderful. Very, very nice indeed. Sakata is next. Now, this is the northwest of Honshu Island, which is just north of Sakata. You can head up Mount Chokai volcano here. Samaro is nearby as well, where you can visit a tea house. Akita we cruise on to next. This is the capital city of the Akita prefecture, widely known for the beauty of its women, apparently. And the dogs, of course. You've heard of the dog breed Akita, and they're beautiful. Next, we head to Aomori. This is a wonderful area to visit as well. Very lush and picturesque. You can visit the hot springs at Suita Numa, which is a wonderful lake with gorgeous trees all around. Then we've got our final day at sea into Yokohama City, and that's where we leave the cruise. We transfer you then along to the airport in Tokyo for the cruise. For the flight back to Sydney. And there we go. What an incredible. And what I forgot to mention through all of those places is that it's cherry blossom season time. So this is the magical, this is the hot spot of Japan's year as the cherry blossoms ripen and then the petals fall like rain. You've seen the images, I'm sure, many, many times, and you're following those cherry blossoms around Japan and South Korea. So actually this is one of the most popular times of the year to be there, and you can be there for the next cherry blossom season in April next year. It's not that far away at all. So 16-night trip, this one, and in the price we've got our VIP lounge access at Sydney Airport. Enjoy the hospitality there in style and comfort before you fly off to Tokyo. You've got 3 nights there in a hotel, and then you follow that cherry blossom around Japan on the Diamond Princess for 11 nights, all inclusive, remember. So your drinks package is included, Wi-Fi to keep you connected, extra dining, room service and more. And at the end of the cruise, we've got your transfer from Yokohama to Tokyo for your flight back to Sydney. And all of that for just this price here. And again, we have a lower deposit that you can put down on this one. We can put a deposit of $2,000 each down on this to lock in that price tag and to get your cabin guaranteed, because remember, because these cruises are going out of Tokyo and because they're with one of the most popular cruise lines there is out there, there are people around the world who are booking these cruise opportunities right now. So the sooner you call our team, the sooner we get your place guaranteed. Here's the upgrade prices on board Diamond Princess. This time we're on board for 11 nights. We're already all inclusive, so to some degree we're already upgraded because we have our drinks package included, which means when you go to the bar and you have your gin and tonic, or your glass of wine, or your beer, whatever it might be, you just use your medallion that you either wear or carry around with you, this little kind of chip coin thing. You tap it on the bar, that's it. It's not going onto your account. And it's the same for your Wi-Fi. You use the Wi-Fi, it's not going onto your account. You're not paying for the package, which is amazing. It's lovely. If you want to know more, call us right now on 1300 408 765. I mean, listen, I still haven't been to Japan yet. I know I would absolutely love to. And the more I talk about it, the closer I am to going, and I'm sure lots of you are the same as well. So if you want to know more and you want to get that booked, 1300 408 765. Right, okay, next off, we're on a Sea of Japan all-inclusive trip now. This is for the 28th of June next year, 13 nights all told. Again, we're flying over to Tokyo from Sydney for a 3-night hotel stay there, and that starts off our holiday. There are lots of different districts in Tokyo you can go and explore as well. There's kind of like the modern district where you go and buy all of the latest electronics. You can buy fancy trainers and things like that. There's a couple of well-known Japanese trainer brands that everyone's after, I know, when they're out there. You've got to do the Shibori crossing as well, haven't you? That mad crossing in the middle of Tokyo, where you got to take pictures of, up to thousands of people all crossing in different directions at the same time. And of course, at night, it lights up beautifully. It's just incredible. It's just an assault on the senses. You are going to love it. And 3 nights is just perfect. And of course, time to go to Disney if you've got the family with you as well, if you want to. Then it's time to cruise. Diamond Princess again on this one. 9 nights this time. Again, we're all inclusive. We've got our drinks included. We've got Wi-Fi included. We've got extra dining. We've got things like fitness classes on board included as part of your fare as well, which I think is really good, because I think quite often people think, okay, a cruise is all about being lazy and eating lots. Well, there's a gym on board. So you can go and limber up whenever you want to. There's free weights, there's, you know, all the machines, the elliptical trainers and all of that kind of stuff. And they have fitness classes there. So you can very much keep as fit as a fiddle while you are there. And that, you know, in a way, I do like to do a lot of steps and a lot of walking on a cruise, because I think, right, okay, I'm banking some calories here for what I know I'm going to be spending in terms of calories, because, you know, you can't help yourself. Princess are known for their fabulous pizzas. They're known for their wonderful activities that happen on board during the day and right the way through your cruise as well. Of course, if you want to get away from everything, you can book yourself a place into the adults only sanctuary. You and your other half go and disappear, you know, be served. There it is, the sanctuary. It's just a nice quiet place, quiet part of the ship to just go and escape to. If you have got the kids with you, fantastic. There's plenty for them to do, but you can just escape. Again, this has the movies under the stars that I was talking about before, where you can go up and watch a big movie. Sometimes it's new release, sometimes it's old classics. Up on the big cinema screen up on the top deck. The shows are brilliant. The shows are included in your fare as well, which I think is great. They also have a nightclub on board, which I think is great. There's live music venues. So you know what? You can be as busy or as quiet as you want to be on one of these cruises, and you've always got so many different choices. I think for me, that's the main takeaway from a cruise holiday. No dead spots in my day at all. I can always be doing something. And of course, because the drinks are included, you know, enjoy them responsibly, of course, but, you know, enjoy them when you want to. That's the important thing, isn't it? 9 nights then out of Tokyo. And then our first port is Akita. Senshu Park here is wonderful when it's in full bloom, as it will be at this time of the year. There's a folklore museum which you can explore here as well. Next, we cruise into Fushiki, which is the port in Toyama, described as one of the most beautiful bays in the world. There's a great folk village here as well, with parks and mountain scenery for you to enjoy. Next, we head to Suruga. Now, this is an important port with lots of history. Visit the Railway Museum here and learn all about the rail connection between the Sea of Japan coast and the Pacific coast. That'll be rather fascinating, and lots of temples you can see nearby. We head in next to Sakai Minato, where you can head down the Mizuki Shigeru Road here and see all the bronze statues. You can explore the food markets. The waterfront restaurants here at Fisherman's Wharf are great, and there's a tower where you can enjoy the views too. Across to South Korea next, to Busan, and again, I know we say nice beaches in a lot of these places, but sometimes it's not always obvious, and sometimes there aren't beaches in these coastal resorts. But this is very, very famous here for its beaches, and again, wonderful temples. Very similar look and feel, actually, South Korea to Japan itself. Kagoshima is next. Now, the Sakurajima volcano and the hot springs are always one of the top visits here. I would take an excursion here and really go and see it. Then we've got a day at sea back into Yokohama City, and then that's where we transfer you to the airport in Tokyo for your flight back to Sydney. Wowzers, again, incredible holiday. Slightly shorter holiday than the other two that we've taken, but still gives you a really, really good look at some of the sights of Japan and South Korea over 13 nights. It's bookable today with a deposit starting from as low as $400 each. And just bear in mind, those deposit prices, they can jump up pretty quickly as well. So if you want the lowest possible deposit, book as soon as you can. We include in this package the lounge access at Sydney Airport before you fly off to Tokyo, 3 nights in a hotel there, bed and breakfast. And then, of course, you are cruising the Japan seas on the Diamond Princess for 9 nights, all inclusive with drinks, extra dining, Wi-Fi, room service, fitness classes and more. And then at the end of the cruise, the transfer from Yokohama to Tokyo Airport for the flight back to Sydney. Oh my word, look, these prices just keep getting better and better in this show. I'm loving it. A low deposit on this one. Talk to the team, and that is the price tag for this package. It is incredible. Again, the value that we put together, and that's 25 years plus of know-how from our team here at CruiseAway. Here's the upgrade prices as well if you want to go up to ocean view, or maybe up to balcony, or possibly even up to a suite. And a suite is an affair and a half, let me tell you, when you're on board one of these ships. Just to talk to you more about the Princess Plus that's included here, your drinks value on this one is up to a $22 glass drink, which is, you know, absolutely brilliant. And you've got extra dining in the casual dining restaurants that normally are chargeable. They will be included in your offer as well. Wi-Fi through the whole cruise, which is really good. Things like unlimited juice bar. That's really great to have as a privilege as part of your Princess Plus. Fitness classes I mentioned earlier. Ocean Now delivery is great. So you book to have food or drink delivered to the very spot you are on the ship. Because you wear this medallion coin and then order on the app, you have food and drink delivered to the lounger that you've managed to nab in the best part to get the best view of the sun. It's brilliant. And room service included without extra charges. Superb, lovely, all included in that package. So 1300 408 765. What are you waiting for? Call us toll free today and get it booked. If you missed any of the offers in the show, by the way, you can watch the whole show again on YouTube. Our YouTube channel has all the shows that we have running around at the moment. We're making more shows than ever right now. So just go to YouTube and search for CruiseAway Australia and you will find us there. Right. Would you like to win a free cruise? Would I ever? Yeah, well, we've got the chance for you to win a cruise by entering our competition right now. It's a 7-night cruise for two to the Caribbean in a balcony cabin on the brand new, not yet launched MSC World America. You see that QR code in the corner of your screen there, top right? Take your smartphone camera as if you're about to take a picture. Take a picture of that. Don't press the button to take the picture. Just hover over that QR code and it should show you a little yellow link there. Press that, it'll take you to go and enter our competition where you can win a cruise for two to the Caribbean in a balcony on the new MSC World America that hasn't even launched yet. This prize is worth up to $8,000. Woo, everybody, woo! Yes, it's worth entering, isn't it? Remember, your entry must be in by the 31st of August. It could be you. Or you. It could definitely be you. But it'll only be you if you enter. You can also, if that QR code thing didn't work, by the way, or you missed it, just go to the website at cruiseaway.com.au and you'll find the link to it on the front page there as well. Sometimes I get to a QR code and I'm like, oh, I missed it. Or I took a picture of it by mistake. Anyway, if you don't understand all of that, just go to the website, cruiseaway.com.au, and you'll be able to enter there. Cruise for two for free to the Caribbean on a balcony. Thank you very much. Yes, I'll have a bit of that. Anyway, listen, I'm out of time for now. I've given you all I can of Japan and the chance to win a free cruise. There's another reason to come back and join us every day here on Gecko, 10 o'clock in the morning and then 1 and 4 in the afternoon every single day. And we've got more and more shows coming all the time. Oh, and also, if you've never been on a cruise ship before and you want to take a virtual tour around a cruise ship, again, look on our website, cruiseaway.com.au. Listen, I've got to go. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you back here when we cruise away again sometime soon, I hope.